welcome to 3ETV. My name is Mara Barbosa. I'm the host for today. And today we will be talking about Ajuda y Aprende, who is a service learning at Purdue University. And we are here with Kelly Paez, who is the course coordinator for Spanish 300 level. And she is also the coordinator for the service learning program Ajuda y Aprende. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you.
And let's start talking about the name of the program, Ajuda y Aprende. What does that mean in English, and how does it reflect the goals of the program?
The Ajuda y Aprende program, it's basically service and learning integrated in one. And the idea is that the Spanish 300 students are welcome to participate in this community service program in order to improve their language skills and also help the community in Lafayette.
What does Ajuda y Aprende means in English?
Ayuda means help, and aprende is learn. And they are always together. You cannot separate learning from helping, people. So it's a great experience.
Okay. So how does it work? Who are the students who participate? Where do they go? What do they do?
This semester we have 2 partnerships and 1 new brand feature in the program. The 300 students who like to participate, they are in Spanish 5 and 6, which is an intermediate advanced level. And the idea is that they go to these partnerships 2 hours per week for 10 weeks. They do 5 discussion groups and 3 journals.
Okay.
So the idea is that they go to work with the schools. We have elementary school this semester, Burnett Creek, and also a high school, McCutcheon High School. Okay. So the students go during these hours and they help the children or the teenagers to improve their English, and also they also practice their Spanish.
Okay.
So it's a great interaction, a great opportunity to improve and also help and learn at the same time.
So the students who are being helped at the schools, they are heritage speakers of Spanish?
Yes, most of them, yes.
Okay.
For example, at McCutcheon, there is a study hall hour where all the students who are heritage speakers go to this hour, and they take the opportunity to practice their English. Okay. Some of them have not very good English at all, or they just arrived at the country 3 to 5 days ago. So their language skills are not very good, but the Purdue students come and help them to practice their English, and also they help the Purdue students to practice their Spanish. And the second hour they have a ESL class where the Purdue students work as volunteers for the teacher for the ESL class.
Oh, wow.
So they have a lot of activities where they can also practice both languages.
Wow. Yeah, that's really interesting.
And at Burnett, the Purdue students work with kids, with children, and also sometimes with their parents. Okay. When they have parent-teaching conferences, they also serve as facilitators, as
because some of the parents
don't speak the language.
Okay.
So they will help out with that. And also with the homework, for the kids. So it's a one-on-one interaction.
So they even have the opportunity to develop the translating skills.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
Who can participate in the program? Can anyone participate?
The students who are in 300 level, 301 or 302. We also have an independent study course, which is 419. It's like a continuation of the program. Okay. And the students who participate in 419, they do the program for 1 credit. They don't do discussion groups, and they just go to the visits, and a journal. A final project at the end of the course.
Okay. You mentioned a journal. So students who are participating in the program, do they keep a journal to?
Yes, we do, like, they have to do, as part of the program, they have to do 10 visits, 5 discussion groups, and 3 journals. The journals are, it's a way for them to write down their experience, their own experience for each visit. So we have a couple of questions, and we help them to reflect on what happened that day during the visit, what did you learn, what are you hoping to learn in the next visit. And we also have like a chart where they will write down the new vocabulary that they have learned during the time in the school, or useful expressions, or if they have learned something new about the culture, like the Hispanic culture, in regards traditions or costumes, or family values.
Okay.
So they also, it's very important for them to keep these 3 journals during the whole semester. For it's a reflection. It's a way of writing down and their experience, and also think about their own goals at the end, for the end of the semester.
Okay. Is the journal the only way they reflect on their experience, or you also have another way for this reflection to happen?
The other way is during the discussion groups that I have with them. We have 5 discussion groups during the semester. So I meet with them, I talk to them, I ask them about, how was the visit, the visits, how's it going? Do you have questions? Do you have concerns? Do you have suggestions as well? So we have a big group, and everybody will, share their experience.
Okay.
And everybody will listen to what they are doing, what they are doing in the partnership. Sometimes they share funny stories, like the way they learn this word, or they know what it means, this word. There are a lot of things that we can talk about. And also the discussion groups are part of are good for learning about what's happening nowadays, about immigration reforms, or we talk about the Chicano culture, or immigration in general. And there are some movies that we used as well in order to address these topics. And then at the end of the movie, we talk about and discuss the main idea of the movie, and we try to also connect those ideas or those main points with real life.
Okay. Okay. You mentioned that they can also bring about concerns during the reflections, during the meetings.
Discussion groups.
Do they happen very often, or?
So far, so good.
Okay.
So no. They, actually, next week is gonna be. We are gonna have our 3rd discussion group.
Okay.
And so far, so good. I haven't heard any complaints, anything. And also, in order to do a successful service learning program, I think that it's a good idea to keep a good relationship with the partnerships.
Okay.
Like communication is vital with the students, with the partnerships. The teachers in charge, so we know what's going on every moment. And also I ask my students if they have any questions, any concerns during the time they are in the school. They can always talk to the teacher in charge.
Okay.
If they are sick, or if they cannot make it, just let me know. We can all communicate, and we are on the same page.
So you can report only good experiences so far.
So far, so
that's
good.
Great.
Yeah,
that's
they
great.
they have said that it's a wonderful opportunity for them. They learn to appreciate more the value of learning a language.
Okay.
In this case, Spanish. Like how Spanish becomes so important in the society nowadays. So they learn that, and also they learn to appreciate other cultures as well.
Okay. So you said you have 2 partnerships right now. If other schools, other programs are interested in having a partnership with the program, can they contact you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to uh, looking forward to finding more opportunities for the students. So we are in the process of getting more partnerships for next
Okay.
semester. Hopefully we will add a couple more.
Okay.
But so far we have two wonderful partnerships, McCatchen High School and Burnett Creek.
Okay.
And it has been a great experience for the students, for the Purdue students and for the high school and elementary school students.
Okay, that's great. Can you talk a little about how the schools and the institutions can benefit from the program? You said that your students can help parents who do not speak English, translating during interactions with the teachers. How else can they benefit from the program?
From the program, I think the other important idea, or another important thing, is that when the Purdue students go to the elementary school or to the high school, specifically high school, they also are. They also have the opportunity to talk about the university, like how important is education, how education is important, the idea of pursuing a career, at the university, because sometimes some students don't have the opportunity, or they think that it's impossible to go to higher education. So the Purdue students also, I think, they serve as ambassadors. They also bring that to them, like they motivate them as well with the languages itself, because it's important to conserve, to keep their native language if possible. And also the benefit of, being bilingual and also pursuing a career at a higher level, education, not just be high school and that's it. So it's like you can do more than you have now. So it's like that kind of idea. And the idea behind the community service program, where we can both benefit from the experience, the school and the university as well.
Okay, that's great. You talked a little about the skills that the students, your students, develop by this contact that they have with these other people. Can you talk a little more about that? Can you think of other benefits, other skills that they developed in this interaction?
Well, I think at the beginning it's a little bit, for them is they don't know what to expect, because they are gonna be talking to a native speaker per se, or a kid that doesn't speak English at all, and they will be talking fast, and they will be the experience is different from the classroom, right? But they learn little by little to adapt, themselves in the situation, and they improve their Spanish quite a bit.
Okay.
And they lose that fear, of talking and being able to communicate, because that's always their main concern. That maybe my Spanish is not good enough, so maybe I'm not going to be able to talk to this person or help this person. But at the end, they will realize that it wasn't that bad, Like somehow the experience helps them to grow, as a person, and as thinking also in a way of helping with of learning a language, like they are also a benefit for the CV, if they do service learning, they could add that in the CV, and it will look good for them as well.
Do you think that for some of your students, that's the first opportunity they will have to talk to a native speaker, or this is an opportunity that they can have any other place?
This is one opportunity. They could interact with this native speaker, Spanish speaker people, but in the discussion group sometimes they bring their own experience. For example, at work.
Okay.
Because there are other Hispanic people in their work, and they can communicate with them as well.
Okay.
So it's also at the school, in their workplace. Maybe if they go study abroad, for example, they also will be talking to native Spanish speakers. So there are different scenarios where they can, practice and learn from their culture, the culture itself.
You also mentioned awareness, that this experience can bring some kind of awareness to the 300 level or to the 400 level students. What kind of awareness? What have you seen in your conversations with them? How has they changed in their awareness?
I have seen that sometimes the information that we know is sometimes is limited. Like sometimes the media, we just know something, but not the whole picture. You know, so the awareness is learning a little bit more, like in deep. About the language, the culture itself, like breaking stereotypes. It's also important because sometimes we see or we hear things that maybe are not true or just based on stereotypes or things that are not helping this group of people per se, But if they have the experience to talk to a real person, in a real context, they will see that it's more than what they hear, or it's more than what they can see or hear about their culture, without talking directly about stereotypes. It's more like, I learned this. This is something new that I didn't know before, or I thought that this was like that, but when I talk to this person, it's the opposite, for example. Or I learned something that I didn't know, and it's interesting. So it depends on what they talk.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to say about the program? Do you want to leave your contact so people who are interested can contact you?
Definitely. If you are interested in participating in the service learning program, please contact me, at my email address, and my name is Kelly Pais, so you can easily find me, the Purdue directory. But we are looking forward to working with more partnerships in the future and make a bigger experience for the students. And thank you for the opportunity.
Sure.
So thank you.
Okay, yeah, I think it's a great program who can benefit both sides as any kind of service learning program. And I want to thank Kelly Paez, the course coordinator for 300 level and the coordinator for the service learning program Ayuda y Aprende at Purdue. Thank you very much for being with us and for talking to us today.
Thank you, Maya.
And you all stay well.